Hi guys, this is George back here with another vlog, and today I am here at Disney's Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World for my first ever visit, and this is the final Disney park here at Walt Disney World that I need to do before I have done all 4 parks. Yesterday I was at Magic Kingdom, and today, of course, I'm here for my final one to do at Walt Disney World, and this is also my final new park to experience of the trip. So as you can see, we've got, I believe it's Hollywood Boulevard, this area just behind me, and you've got Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway right at the end. So I think I'm going to do that first, which is currently advertised a 55-minute queue. So here we go, let's head over. Not loads of rides to do here today, 2 coaster credits to hopefully get, as well as some other rides as well, including the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, the original one, which I'm really looking forward to experiencing.
Nothing was gonna go wrong.
Nothing can stop us now. I'm
So I just experienced Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and that was absolutely incredible. The technology in there is something to marvel at. So it's incredibly well themed. There's a great mix of screens and physical theming in there as well. Honestly, the technology in there is what really did it for me. So I didn't get any footage of the pre-show. However, when you're in there, there's a bit where there's an explosion, and then the screen kind of opens up, and it's like the screen's exploded, and then you walk through the screen to get into the station. That was some amazing technology. And then I really liked as well how all of the ride vehicles, they started off in a line and then they all kind of split up throughout the ride. Trackless ride system. And then there's a section in there as well where you go into this room and then all the vehicles start dancing, and that's incredible technology. That was one of my favorite sections. Like, I'd love to do a behind the scenes tour of that ride, because I just love to know how all of that technology works. It's absolutely incredible. It is a new ride. I believe it opened in 2020. Not 100% sure, but I think so. But yeah, that was absolutely incredible. One of the best Disney attractions here at Walt Disney World, in my opinion. So I'm now heading over to Toy Story Land. This area opened in 2018. And there's a particular ride in this area that I've been really wanting to do for a long time, or ever since the area opened. So I'm not going to be doing it now because it's currently advertised as a 95-minute queue. However, there is another ride in this area which I am going to do. So I'm going to try and get on Toy Story Midway Mania now, which is currently advertised 55 minutes. But Slinky Dog Dash right there is a roller coaster that I've wanted to ride ever since it opened. And it's actually a very big bucket list coaster for me. And it's not because it looks like a good coaster. I mean, it looks fine. However, it's the theming of this roller coaster that looks absolutely incredible, and the train design. the train design has got to be one of the best train designs I've ever seen for a roller coaster. It probably won't be very long until we see one come around this section, but it looks absolutely incredible. Look at the theming of it around here. It looks so good. I used to love Toy Story when I was little, so that's another reason why this is a big bucket list ride for me. So there we go, there's the entrance to Toy Story Midway Mania. I believe this was here before, the area, however it was incorporated to fit in. It might have been themed to Toy Story actually, I'm not sure. It might have been Toy Story, oh it's Toy Story Mania now. I think it was Toy Story Midway Mania before, I'm not 100% sure. Advertised 60 minutes, let's go and have a look. Doesn't look like a train's coming at the moment, but oh my god, I can't wait to get on this later. Even if it stays as a 90-minute queue, I will queue for this later because this is a big bucket list ride that I really want to get on. Here we go, here comes one of the trains. Look at that. It's Slinky Dog. What a train design. That is incredible. I can't wait to ride this. I'll tell you what, this is difficult to do with one hand.
You get the score point!
I should have probably put the chest mount on for this. Here we go then, here's the score so far. Let's try this again one-handed, it's not easy. There we go. So this is a bit different, so instead you pull this string to be able to shoot. It's a little bit more difficult than holding a gun. However, it's very difficult one-handed. Here we go, let's move this way and try it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 78,100 final score. Not too bad considering I was doing some of it holding a camera and one-handed. It's not as easy as holding a gun though, say on Toon Blast or at Chessington, but yeah, it's a decent ride that, quite screen-based, but it was good fun. So I just did Toy Story Mania there, and it was okay. It was mainly screen-based. There was very little theming in there. However, it was interactive, so I don't mind screen-based rides when they can make up for it in other ways. So something like Flying Theatres, they make up for it in other ways because they immerse you in the smell pods and great audio. With that, it was interactive, and I do like interactive rides, so therefore it was quite a good ride. It's not one of my favourite attractions here at Walt Disney World, however, it was okay. It was enjoyable, very cartoony, very enjoyable. It's quite a long ride as well. Yeah, it's decent ride. So I was going to head over to Star Tours where I was going to have a ride on that. However, I've just looked at the weather and it looks like there's going to be a storm coming in a couple hours, and it looks like that storm could potentially stay for the rest of the day. Now there's one ride here, I can't think, yeah, one ride here that I really want to do. This is not an indoor ride, so therefore the fact it's not indoors, if that storm comes, it's going to close, and that's Slinky Dog Dash. It's currently advertised as a 2-hour queue, and unfortunately this might be my only opportunity to do it, so I'm going to join the queue for it. Hopefully it's going to be less than 2 hours, because this might be my only chance to do it today. If it's going to be closed for the rest of the day in the next couple hours, then I might not get the chance to do it. So here we go, let's head over and see what it's like. Here we go then guys, waited about 90 minutes for Slinky Dog Dash. Here we go, first launch. Hey. Oh, that's some hang time. Double down. Oh, a little pop of airtime there. Here we go. Time for the second launch. some bunny hills. There we go, and into the brakes. There we go, Slinky Dog Dash. I've finally done it. Quite a big bucket list coaster. Decent ride as well. Nothing special, but it was a big bucket list ride.
This is my favorite song.
So I just had a ride there on Slinky Dog Dash, advertised a 2-hour queue. However, I waited about 90 minutes for it, so not too bad considering that does get some of the biggest queues out of any ride in Walt Disney World, really. It's probably between that, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Avatar Flight of Passage for the biggest queues at the resort. And it's a good coaster. It's very family friendly. It's a very tame roller coaster. The launches aren't very powerful. It's very forceless. However, it's not designed to be an intense roller coaster. It's designed to be something that the whole family can enjoy, and that's exactly what it is. Great family coaster, not very long, 2 launches on there, but it is very well themed. And yeah, the train design is one of the best train designs I've ever seen for a roller coaster. But yeah, I'm really glad I've done it. It was a big bucket list roller coaster for me, loving Toy Story so much when I was little, and of course with it being a very well themed ride and a very impressive ride to watch off ride. So yeah, it's one that I've wanted to go on ever since it's opened. So I just walked into this random building because I wanted some aircon, and it turns out I just walked into a museum all about Walt Disney and all of the Disney parks. And as you can see, we've got a model of the original Disney castle, which is at Disneyland in California. And then over here, I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it's from at Disneyland, and I don't know, it reminds me a bit of Jungle Cruise. However, I don't know if there's one of those at Disneyland in California, so if this is Magic Kingdom, then, well, yeah, unfortunately this is a ride I didn't get to go on yesterday.
Tribute to Walt Disney right here at the Walt Disney Theater. If you're interested,
and then over here, we have Paradise Pier, which is now Pixar Pier, a Disney California adventure.
Thank you.
Got some photos of it all here as well. We've got loads of other things up here as well. As you can see, that's Mystic Manor at Hong Kong Disneyland. I think that castle might be from Disneyland Paris. We've got Hyperspace Mountain on there. That's the Tower of Terror, Tokyo Disney Sea. Yeah, we've got loads of stuff on display here. Here we go. So this is the castle at Magic Kingdom that I saw yesterday. There's actually loads of stuff in here. We've got loads of photos here. The Florida Project, as you can see. Expedition Everest up there. Mission Space. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. There's Rock and Roller Coaster. That's a ride I'm hopefully going to get on later. It's currently advertised a 95-minute queue, so I'm going to head over there and hope there's a single rider queue, because there was for Test Track at Epcot, but that's the only Disney attraction I've seen with one so far. So I don't imagine there is going to be one, but you never know. And if I can get on it quicker, then that will be fantastic. Yeah, here we go. I didn't realise I was walking into this museum. I just came in for some aircon. Here we go. We've got Spaceship Earth here from Epcot. That was one of my favourite rides at Epcot. Really enjoyed that. We got one of the cruise ships here as well. Look at that. Oh, cruise ships. I don't know which one this one is. Oh, here we go. It's the Disney Wish. I think that's the newest one. Not 100% sure. So this museum also acts as a queue for one of the shows in here as well. It's like the Walt Disney show or something that it's called. So I got to a dead end just, and now I've just turned around. So I'm going to go back outside and head over to Star Tours, which is currently advertised 30-minute queue. Here we go then guys, 15-minute advertised queue for Star Tours. I won't take you on with this one because it's a simulator, I believe, so I don't think the camera will pick very much up. So I'll talk to you when I get off and talk to you about what I think. So it's just started raining quite a lot. It's just clearing up now. It didn't go on for very long, but I've just ran all the way from that pizza restaurant by Star Wars Galaxy's Edge all the way here to Twilight Zone Tower of Terror because the queue has dropped massively. It was over 2 hours earlier. It's now advertised 30 minutes and I'm about to head in and I'm really excited for this. I've done the one in Paris and I absolutely love it. However, this one apparently is better and this one's also the original as well. So I've been really looking forward to trying this attraction. So I'll take you on with some on-ride footage. Don't know how much you're going to see because it's all in the dark, but yeah, I'm looking forward to experiencing this.
You were the passengers.
Here we go then guys.
One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door. That door is opening once again, and this time, it's opening for you. Discover what lies beyond the 5th dimension, beyond the deepest, darkest corner of imagination, in the Tower of Terror.
Whoa! Well, that's intense.
Those of you who made it, and a friendly word of warning, something you won't find in any guidebook. The next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may find yourself a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone.
Well, what perfect timing. I've just had a ride there on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I've come back outside and it's sunny again, no more rain, fantastic. That was absolutely incredible. That was my favourite ride here so far. very intense drops actually. It's like a shot tower. You get shot up, get airtime at the top, and then it drops you back down again. Really intense. There's a good mix of screens and theming in there. It's got a great storyline. I feel like it's longer than the one at Disneyland Paris. It's definitely better than the one at Disneyland Paris as well. I absolutely love that. The story's great. I prefer the story in that one than I do with the one at Paris. Basically everything is better about that one than Paris. So yeah, really enjoyed that, and it's got an amazing facade behind me as well. So I've made it back down here to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Rise of the Resistance is currently advertised as a 70-minute queue. That's the smallest queue for a ride that I haven't done here yet today. So I'm going to head into this area, and I really want to give this a go because this ride looks absolutely incredible. It's one of the most highly regarded rides in the world, so I'm incredibly excited to go and see this. It looks like a long ride, amazing technology, amazing theming. I have seen POVs, however this is definitely going to be one of those rides where cameras don't do it justice. 70 minutes, I don't think it's too bad for this. This ride can get some massive queues. Here we go, so I'm heading in to Galaxy's Edge. I'm so excited to see this. I've never even seen Star Wars before, however, I'm just looking forward to the themed immersive area, even if I don't understand what's going on. And here we go, into Galaxy's Edge. Oh my god. Wow. I mean, you've got some incredibly themed areas in some of these parks out here in Florida, but this is incredible. Here we go. Look at all of these rocks over here. So immersive. You can literally see nothing outside of this area, and that over there is where Millennium Falcon's Smuggler's Run is. However, I'm interested in Rise of the Resistance right here. It's a 70-minute queue.
Organa's secret base on Picara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order.
I have been tasked with getting you to Picara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark. What the
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Here we go then, into the room where everyone takes their pictures. Look at this. Wow. This room, oh my god, you look at it on on different videos and photos, and it really just is not done justice by the cameras. I mean, how many of these stormtroopers are here? Probably about 50 of them. This is like the one reference I do actually know to Star Wars, and that these are stormtroopers. Here we go. We're going inside here now. Here we go, we're going for interrogation now.
The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
They're needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble. Hey, get out! Wait, it wasn't a friend. Your cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway? Detention block breach. Prisoners must see and then leave. There we are! Fire! Just forward. Take the lift down. We'll cover you. Hurry! No, not up! I said down! Good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck. All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. I know, Scampery's pod beacon.
Well, words cannot really describe what I've just experienced there on Rise of the Resistance. That was absolutely phenomenal. That is one of the best rides anywhere out there in the world. The theming in there is absolutely incredible. Everywhere you look, no matter where you look, there is incredible theming. As much as I don't understand a lot of the references, because I haven't seen Star Wars, it's beautifully themed. I'm at this park. I don't care about all the films that these rides are themed to. I care about the themed, immersive experience. And if you're a Star Wars lover, you are going to be absolutely in your element with that, because the theming in there is incredible. It really immerses you into the story. I was starting to pick up some little bits, like we were the prisoners and escaped and we needed to get through, kind of something like that. But oh my god, it's so immersive in the ride. There's some grand animatronics in there, a great mix of screens and theming, and the technology in there is absolutely insane. So of course it's a trackless dark ride, and it's similar to with how it is with Mickey and Minnie, with how there's a lot of movement in the vehicles, with how they kind of move side to side and then they move backwards and then forwards again. They kind of interact with each other, go on different tracks and split off at parts. It's absolutely incredible. There's a scene in there, one of my favorite scenes was when you go into this room and then a lightsaber comes like through the ceiling and it comes and it starts like kind of as if it's like drilling a hole into the ceiling. That was incredible. It's about a 15-minute overall experience. You're on the ride for about 5 minutes, but the experience overall, because you go through a few pre-shows, there was like kind of like a standing simulator in there as well, like a mini simulator that you're in for a couple minutes. It was insane. It's one of the best attractions out there in the world. It's the best Disney attraction in my opinion by a long way. So well themed. The technology in there is absolutely phenomenal. I wish I could go on it again. However, it's got an 85-minute queue now, so I'm not prepared to wait that long when there are other rides in this park that I still need to do. However, I want to do it again so badly, and unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be coming back here to this park, so I don't know when the next time's going to be that I can ride that. However, I do know that it's a Disneyland in California, so hopefully if I don't make it back here in the near future, then hopefully I'll make it out to California. I definitely want to go to California at some point in the next couple years, so hopefully we can make that happen and ride that incredible ride again. So I'm now about to experience Millennium Falcon's Smuggler's Run, and the best thing about it is it's got a single rider queue. Yes, a single rider queue at a Disney park. It's only the second one I've seen this trip, so hopefully I can bypass what is current. I think it's advertised a 55-minute queue. That's what it said last time I looked on the app. However, oh yeah, it's still 55 minutes, so look at this though. This is absolutely incredible. Hello. You literally cannot see anything outside of this area. You can so easily get lost in this area. So many different pathways to go and look at, so many different buildings to go inside, and there's so many different ways to go. It's like amazing here. If you love Star Wars, then this would be absolutely perfect for you because it's so immersive. You can't see anything from outside the area. You can't even see into the area when you're not in the area. It's one of the most immersive themed areas in the world. Just look at this. It opened in 2019. It's absolutely incredible. Here we go. Let's go and get on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run in the single rider queue. Hopefully I can bypass this 55, oh it's 65 minutes now. Here we go, let's go.
This thing will be easy, eh? Weapons are online. Left pilot, hit the boosters. Now let's go get the course. Right pilot, make the jump to light speed. There is the train. Those heavy guys are protecting the train. Take them out! They've locked onto us. Take evasive action! Gunners, we need to defend ourselves. Open fire! Gunners, blast away! Blast! Ah, there it is. After that train.
So I walked straight on there to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I did try to get some footage on there, however I'm not sure how much the GoPro picked up with it being a simulator and just looking at a screen. And I never thought that I would say these words, but I've just come off a simulator that was fantastic. That was okay, so the reason why it's fantastic is not because of the simulator. What they have done there is taken a plain old kind of pointless simulator and they've turned it into a really immersive attraction. What I love with that is how, so you each have different roles. There's 6 people in the Falcon at a time. You all have a different role. So there's 2 engineers, 2 gunners and 2 pilots. So one pilot will be steering left and right, the other pilot steers up and down. What I like with that is how wherever you steer the Falcon, that's where it actually goes. So if you're going to crash into some rocks, then it will crash into the rocks, and then it has movement in the simulator. It's actually really aggressive, the movement in there. It really throws you around a lot. If you have motion sickness, I definitely don't recommend going in there because, I mean, you can make it as smooth or as bumpy as you like because it depends how much you're going to crash. If you're going to crash, then obviously it's going to be very bumpy. But yeah, that's one thing I really like about it. And then the fact that you each have different roles, it makes it interactive, which makes it even better. So I was a gunner on there, so then when it tells you to start shooting, then you press the button and keep firing at different things. I don't know what they are, but I was shooting at something. And then of course you have the engineers in there, so if something goes wrong then they fix it basically, and you're all pressing different buttons in there and all working as a team to kind of complete the mission, which was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed that ride. There really is no other themed area like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It is so incredibly immersive, so much theming everywhere. There's so many different places to go and explore. 2 absolutely fantastic attractions. One that's a really, really good ride and the other that's absolutely out of this world. And there's, if you were a Star Wars fan, you would be absolutely amazed by all of this. It's such a big area. It's way bigger than I was expecting. So many different places to see, and you just get completely lost in here. it's like it's literally like a massive maze. You just have no idea where you are. You just get lost in the moment, lost in this immersive area. You can't see anything from outside of the area. It's just all trees around the berm and all these buildings, and then of course you've got the Millennium Falcon. You've got the Falcon where the simulator is, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. It's incredible, it really is. This has got to be my favourite themed area anywhere in the world. It's absolutely incredible. I just don't, like, you look everywhere and it's immersive and themed. It's absolutely incredible. I'm just wandering around here trying to find the exit. There's still one more ride in this park I want to do, and that's Rock and Roller Coaster. So I'm going to try and get to that. Hopefully the queue won't be too big. That's if I can actually... Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Here's the entrance to the Rise of the Resistance. This was right by the entrance of the area. Just look at this though. It's absolutely incredible. If you've not yet been here to either Disney's Hollywood Studios or to Disneyland in California, then go, because this area is absolutely incredible. It is the most immersive themed area I have ever seen. So then I've just found out that there is a single rider queue for Rock and Roller Coaster. So hopefully it'll be open, and then hopefully I can get on it without having to wait in an over 2 hour queue, because in less than 2 hours we're going to be having some fireworks. So I believe there's 2 nighttime shows here, and they're both at the same time, which is really confusing me. So there's Fantasmic, and there's also like Wonderful World of Illumination or something like that, and they're both at 9 o'clock. So I'll probably watch the one on the Chinese Theatre, which is the Wonderful World of Illuminations one. However, yeah, it seems a bit weird that they're both at the same time. Here we go, it's open and I am in the queue. Hopefully this won't take too long, and then I can get this credit, and then all the rides that I wanted to do at Hollywood Studios will be complete. Here we go then, guys, it's time for Rock and Roller Coaster.
Aerosmith concert. I almost didn't make it in time because traffic was jammed in all directions, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Just keep it right here on LA's classic rock station.
I'm not sure how much you are going to see on the camera because it's all in the dark, but we'll see how this goes. Here we go. Rock and Roller Coaster, sorry. Little bit of a rough ride, however, not too bad. There were some rough patches and some smoother patches. There we go. So I've just experienced Rock and Roller Coaster there, and yeah, it was alright there. It was quite rough in patches. Some sections were quite smooth, however some sections were quite rough on there as well. The main problem with that ride is the restraints. So they come down to your shoulders rather than to your waist, which makes them quite uncomfortable. Or it made it a bit of a shoulder basher. My shoulders are a bit sore after that. It wasn't so much a headbanger, it was more a shoulder basher, that one. So yeah, not the most comfortable of rides, but it was quite well themed. I definitely prefer the theme of that one to Flight 4. course at Disneyland Paris. So if you don't know, this ride used to be at Disneyland Paris, however for 2022, last year, in fact it was actually this day last year that it reopened. So it used to be Rock and Roller Coaster, and then it got rethemed to Iron Man, and it opened this day last year. So, and I was actually there for opening day for that one, and yeah, it was a good ride. However, the theming wasn't great on the ride. It was great in the queue line, however, on the ride there was little theming. This one was well themed when on the ride, and I prefer the theme overall for this one as well. I understand the story a lot more for that one, but it was okay. I'll probably I'm not going to take time out of the day to do it again. Saying that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do any rides, so I've got about an hour until the fireworks are going to start. However, all the queues here today have been, it's been busy here today, but luckily I have got all the rides done because there's not been loads to do today, unlike yesterday at Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to look at the app now, see if there's any queues that are on that are lower down, and hopefully I can go and get on a ride before these fireworks start. So it's 25 minutes to go until the fireworks are supposed to be happening. However, there is lightning in the area, so I'm pretty sure they're going to get cancelled. So I'm going to go for a ride on Alien Swirling Saucers. It's literally a walk on, so let's go. So I've just had a walk around Galaxy's Edge at night, and it looks absolutely incredible. I've now come back here to the Chinese Theatre, and I've just had a notification from the Walt Disney World app. Fantasmic has been cancelled due to the weather. This said it was delayed, so I'm hoping it's still going to go ahead. However, if Fantasmic's been delayed, been cancelled, I think this is going to be cancelled as well, unfortunately. I'll wait around for a little bit though. So I've not had a notification about the Wonderful World of Animation. However, I have just looked on the app and seen that the show has been taken off of the show board for today, unfortunately. Fantasmic's also been taken off, but I've had the notification saying that's cancelled. There are people waiting around, but most people are leaving. I don't think this show's going to happen. There's still lightning. I asked a staff member, and she said that there needs to be 30 minutes of a storm outside of a 10-mile radius from the park, and at the moment that doesn't look like it's going to be happening. Fantasmic's been cancelled. I think this is going to be cancelled. It's been taken off the show board. It's not going to happen tonight, unfortunately, so I'm going to head out of the park. It's been an amazing day here at Hollywood Studios. I was hoping for that final nighttime show to kind of wrap things up. However, unfortunately it's not going to happen. It's been an amazing day. I've got on all the rides I wanted to get on, and some extras as well. I wasn't planning on doing Star Tours or Alien Swirling Saucers. However, I've had the time to, and I think I've done all the rides in this park today, which is really good. It has been busy today. However, I've been able to work around the crowds, keep checking the app, keep walking around the park, getting to all of the quieter rides. Luckily, it seems to have been one ride that's been quiet at a time, except Slinky Dog Dash. That's been busy the whole day, but I was able to get on that, luckily. A big bucket list ride for me. It's been an amazing day. I absolutely love this park. It's beautifully themed. They've got a really good ride collection here, a very solid lineup, some great rides. Rise of the Resistance, Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror, both of those are absolutely incredible rides. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway as well, that's also incredible. But there we go, I do love the park. It's probably my second favourite park here at Walt Disney World, and that's now the end of this vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly, and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.